Hey, what is up, people? This is Johnny, and today we're going to be doing some Pokemon references and cartoons. If you're familiar with Pokemon, you may already know that Pokemon is very popular around the world, and because of its popularity, it has been referenced in many different cartoons. The first one I want to mention is American Dad. Now, many of you may have watched American Dad in an episode called A Piñata Named Desire. You can see Toshi's shirt have a pink Pikachu. He's next to Steve, and that's his friend Toshi, and he has a Pikachu. You can see that it's definitely referencing Pikachu. I know it's not yellow, but it's because it's a parody of the real Pokemon. If you watch a popular PBS show called Arthur, you probably remember an episode called Arthur Loses His Marble. And Muffy has a stack of Pokemon cards supposedly in the world, which of course is a party, and it's called Stinkachu, which is basically based off of Pikachu, and it's definitely referencing Pokemon in this episode. They even go as far to call the cards Dopimon. One of my favorite shows as a child even references Pokemon at some point. Codename Kids Next Door. In the episode Operation Archive, there's actually a character that has very similar clothing to Ash Ketchum in the episode. We of course cannot forget Family Guy. In an episode called April and Quahog, there is a poster in Chris's room that resembles the Pokemon Mudchoke, so it's pretty interesting they actually added that, which does have a really good resemblance to it. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, in an episode called Hokemon, which is dedicated to a trading card game named Hokemon, actually references Pokemon the whole time as a party. The trading card game is named Hokemon, so if you can see the similarities right there, you know that it's Pokemon. If you watch the Jackie Chan Adventures, you probably remember an episode called Tough Break, which has Necomon as Pokemon. Now if you reverse the letters, it actually is spelled Pokemon with a G added there to prevent any type of similarities. And they say that it also has a similar slogan to gotta catch them all, but they say gotta collect them all. Cartoon Network used to have a show called Mad, and man, where there are so many references to Pokemon in several different episodes. There was one called Pokemon Park where there would be Jurassic Park kind of like Pokemon where they party Pokemon. There was another one where they had a bunch of different gaming characters come up here, and it had Misty in one of the posters of the book or something like that of a magazine. And my favorite one was Kung Fu Blander, which the Kung Fu main character would take out a Reshiram and Zekrom, which really does resemble them entirely with those Pokemon. If you remember a very old movie called Osmosis Jones, then you probably remember the cartoon that went ahead after the success of the movie called Ozzy and Drix. Well, anyways, in the movie Osmosis Jones, there's actually a Pikachu that appears in one of the scenes, and it really looks exactly like Pikachu with one of the aliens carrying it. Teen Titan Go has referenced Pokemon in an episode called Man Person, where Cyborg and Robin have their hands giving each other a high five. And the logos on the letter says Caught 'em all, which is really similar to Pokemon, and the Pikachu looks like it's at the end of the logo. The Simpsons have been referencing Pokemon in many of their episodes since the beginning of Pokemon ever came out. There's an episode called Bart vs. Lisa in the 3rd grade, where you can actually see a Pikachu wherein Bart is hallucinating. You can even see Bender from Futurama as well. There's another one where he's actually watching it on television, Pokemon Ash. So that's pretty cool. He was watching Ash on television as well. There's also other episodes like the alternate dimensions in one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes, where Maggie actually turns into a Pikachu in a different world. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now I know there may be more references to Pokemon in several different media out there as well, but this is all the ones that I'm going to be doing today. If you haven't checked out some of my previous videos, make sure to click on those 2 boxes so you can go ahead and check them out.